This video is to help us learn how to turn golden opportunities into green temple opportunities. For this example, we're going to use the tasks item on the menu. In the Android phone, click the three dots and select tasks. In the iPhone, it's on the bottom of the screen. That will bring up an Ancestors with Task window. Make sure you click over on temples so that it'll show the green and gold temples. The green temples indicate that the individual has a birth and or a death date and place. The gold temples need a birth date and place. So to begin with, let's look at Eli here. Good old Eli Whitney has no birth date or place. So let's take a look at what we can find for Eli. If we go back to his details and then click on spouse, we will see that yes, he does have a spouse, and the spouse even has a birth date. So we assume he was born somewhere around the same as her. But let's just take a little look here. The children started in 1743, so that would have made Thankful 19 years old. And so we're just going to take a guess here and say he was probably 20, because that was quite typical at the time. So saying that, looking at that, we would say he was born in 1723. So let's go back to details. And if we click on his name, that's going to bring up an edit screen. Click on edit, and we're going to go up to the date. And we're going to type in about 1723. That indicates to people that that's an estimate. It's not really based on an accurate document that we found anywhere. So explain why. Well, Eli's birth year was determined based on the birth year of his first child. So that gets us pretty close to when he was probably born. Again, save it. If we go back over to his detail page, we now have a birth of about 1723, but we still don't have a birthplace. So let's look at his parents. If we click on parents, we see that he's in the family and he actually has siblings on both sides of him. So let's go up and look at Ephraim Whitney. Does it have where he was born? Yeah, it does. Westboro, Worcester, Massachusetts. Okay. Well, Eli could have been born in the same place, but maybe the family moved. Let's go back again and look at his brother. Let's go down to Oliver. Oliver Whitney. Oh, look where he was born. Both brothers were born in the same place. So what are the chances that Eli was born there also? I think pretty good. So let's go to details again. Go to Eli, click on the name. That's going to bring up the edit again. Click edit. This time we're going to type in the name of the place, same as the brothers had. As we type it, it's going to bring up a standardized version of that name. In this case, it is a little more complete than what I typed in. So I will click on and select that. And then explain why. Well, both his older and younger siblings were born in the same place. So that helps others know why you selected it or what you based that on. Again, we need to save it. Once we do, it's going to show us the information we typed in, but it's also now going to show us a map showing exactly where he was born. I think that's kind of cool. Let's go back one more time. His details. Oh, look, we've got a green temple now. So if we click on the green temple, that's going to bring up the request family name page. We make sure that that one is selected, and we're going to click request. Now when we request that, this always confuses me a little bit, because what it does is it sends that into your temple file and just disappears. So it just takes you back to Eli's main page. So to see it, we have to go down and click on temple. And it will come up and it will show us Eli being the last one that we put in. If we want to share him with the temple, we have to click on that dot, which is going to fill the dot in, make it blue with the check mark. And it's going to change down at the bottom to say take to the temple or share. And of course, we want to share with the temple. So clicking share is now going to bring up the screen asking who do you want to share it with? Do you want to share it with an individual? If you click on that, that would allow you to email it to one of your family members, but in our case, we want to share it with the temple. We're going to accomplish the goal that the area presidency has set for us. So if we do that and say share with the temple, it's going to ask you one more question. Do you want to share all of the ordinances or just some? Well, in this instance, we just want to share the baptism. So I'm going to click on that. Once I do, it will add the confirmation. So both of those ordinances go together and will be done at the temple at the same time. So now that I've told the system that I only want to share those two ordinances, it will allow me to share that name with the temple. So that will then change to the show me the shared with temple file. So there I can see Eli Whitney has been successfully shared with the temple. If by chance I wanted to take his name to the temple, I could click on unshare and that name would be released back into my reservation list. So if we were just go back now and look at the Ancestors with Tasks again, if we look at Eli Whitney now that we've given him a birth date and a place, there's a good likelihood that the computer system, now that it knows where he was born and about when, will find records that will match up with him to prove that date. And in this case, there is. We won't go into those today, but that helps you to understand a way to estimate and be fairly accurate in determining a person's age and oftentimes location for birth or death. Thanks for watching.